Immersed Robot.
Hello everyone, welcome to Immersed Robot. So in this video I'm going to be talking about the Pimax CRYSTAL QLED, which was announced yesterday at Pimax's online presentation on their YouTube channel. And first up, it looks very similar, almost identical in fact, to the upcoming 12K QLED, although the CRYSTAL model will be coming out in Q3 this year, which is actually before the 12K is going to be released. So before I give a few thoughts on this headset and what we saw at this presentation, I'll just run through some of the more notable specs of this headset. So it's very high end. It comes with mini LED screens at a resolution of 2880 by 2880 per eye. So it's got that very high resolution, slightly higher I believe than the Varjo Aero, but these displays have a refresh rate of up to 160 Hz. So it's got that high refresh rate as an option in there too. Now the big thing that differentiates this headset from many of the other Pimax headsets out there is their focus on this one having overall clarity improvements rather than pushing the field of view, which is something that we're all used to with Pimax headsets. So it comes with interchangeable glass aspheric lenses which allow up to, they're reporting, 42 pixels per degree at a field of view of 120 degrees. Now there is a discussion around these figures and how various screens, resolutions and field of views translate to overall pixel density. So I think some people do have some questions about how this pixel density of 42 is being calculated, but regardless, this is very high pixel density anyway at the sacrifice of some field of view, which we're usually used to seeing in Pimax headsets, but the field of view is still quite large at 120 degrees at this 42 pixels per degree. So the other lens option, which you can swap out in this headset, gives a 35 ppd at a field of view of 140 degrees. So you sacrifice a little bit of clarity to get that wider field of view, and this is around the same as the small setting on standard other Pimax headsets, really, on many other Pimax headsets anyway. So the CRYSTAL is a PC VR headset and a standalone headset. It comes with an XR2 chip inside and also includes inside-out tracking, although faceplates can be added for Steam VR tracking, and also another plate can be added with full colour pass-through cameras as well. It also includes Tobii eye tracking with automatic IPD adjustment, and presumably this includes some kind of dynamic foveated rendering solution as well. I'm not too sure on that, I might have missed that in the presentation, but presumably that is something they will be adding in there. So in PC mode it can connect to the PC with a cable, or it has multiple wireless options. It's got built-in Wi-Fi 6E with the XR2 chip and an optional WiGig module which can be purchased separately for high quality wireless. Now in standalone mode, Pimax are working on their own store that we know about, but more details of that will come, I suppose. I don't know too much about the standalone mode with this, other than obviously it's relying on that XR2 chip to drive that huge resolution. We'll have to wait and see more about that, because I am interested to see what they do with their standalone mode on this. It's going to require a lot of power, but if they've got active cooling on the XR2, you know, more active cooling than the Quest 2 has or something like that, then we'll see what results they can get from that. But it will be definitely interesting to see what they can do with it. It also comes with a 6,000 milliamp hour battery, built-in audio, you know, it comes with controllers, inside-out tracked-based controllers, etc. All of these other things as well. But those are the main points, and the price for this headset is, you know, it's quite high. It's $1,899, and again, there are some optional accessories which can be provided at an extra cost as well. So it's cheaper than the 12K QLED, which is coming up after this headset, which is going to be priced at $2,399. So this is sort of the cheaper version, but focusing on different things. So let me just get onto a few of my thoughts after seeing this presentation. Now, Pimax focusing more squarely on the clarity at the sacrifice of field of view seems to aim this headset more directly at those who are interested in or actually picked up the Varjo Aero headset. So once again, the Pimax CRYSTAL, I suppose, will be those for sim gaming, flight simulator, racing games, or perhaps Pimax are trying to position this, aim it in some ways more into the industry-focused areas that Varjo also compete in terms of pilot training and those other kinds of areas where clarity is key. The glass aspheric lenses are interesting. Incidentally, it's interesting regarding those when thinking about the weight of this headset, because aspheric lenses are thicker than standard Fresnel lenses anyway, and many headsets will use plastic Fresnel lenses in order to conserve weight, whereas these Pimax in the CRYSTAL headset are going for glass aspheric lenses, which will probably contribute quite a lot to weight, but again, we'll have to wait and see on how much that affects things with this headset and how well they've positioned it in terms of overall balance and comfort and that kind of stuff. But the field of view and pixel density options with those interchangeable lenses is an interesting approach, which seems to allow users to customize their experience more. And one thing I do like about Pimax is their attempts at modular headsets in some respects. They don't always seem to pull it off completely, but that approach is definitely welcomed by consumers and allows for customization and purchasing modules which are relevant for you but not necessarily relevant for other people. If you don't want the hand tracking module or something like that, then you don't need to purchase it. But to be honest, I'm increasingly moving away from looking at spec sheets in this way and becoming excited too much by VR headsets anymore, because I honestly think personal experiences can vary so much when it comes to VR headsets. The more high-end VR headsets I try, the more I find that my experiences with them don't necessarily align with other users' experiences or what I see in other users' reviews on forums and those kinds of things. And it's for many different reasons really, personal preferences and all of these things. Some people want better clarity, some people want a sacrifice of clarity at larger field of view, some people don't care about distortion, some people really care about distortion, some people don't like the concentric rings on Fresnel lenses, other people would rather take those over some of the disadvantages the aspheric lenses have. All of these different things play a part. So I honestly think that hands-on experience is always going to be vital in headsets as expensive as the Pimax CRYSTAL. But I have to say that really, I mean, just as the VR enthusiast in me, just looking at these specs here and the specific focus on clarity in this headset, it does make me very interested to find out more. It's probably going to be well out of my budget personally, but I'm definitely glad to hear that companies such as Varjo and Pimax are attempting to push raw specs in this direction, if for no other reason than it keeps things interesting for us VR enthusiasts. And especially in the PC VR realm as well, where we're constantly pushing for that high-end fidelity and that kind of stuff. But that's pretty much it for my take on the Pimax CRYSTAL at this stage. I'm waiting to hear some more information about it, and I am looking forward to finding out more as we get close to the release. So we'll wait and see what happens with it. But that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.